right, guys, let's get it. We're about to murder the glutes with this one. So we're going to do a total of 2 sets on each leg. Now we're doing 20 reps per set. And notice that she's not going too fast, guys. This is a very simple glute activation movement. So she's going to do a hip abduction out to the side and then a back. So that counts as 1 rep with the combination of both of them. So let's start it over. So 1, kicking it back, 1, and that's 1 rep. So you're going to do it 20 times total. And even though her right leg is moving, you're going to feel that tension in the left glute. And we're going to repeat this 2 times on each leg before moving to the next exercise. Now we're really going to fire up those glutes before adding some weight. So we're going to move on to these banded single leg hip thrusts. We're going to do a total of 20 reps on each leg for another 2 sets. Now look, she's taking her time, squeezing at the peak of that hip extension, really squeezing those glutes, bringing that knee back toward the chest. All right, now it's time to get down and dirty. We got those glutes fired up. We're gonna do these Smith machine split lunges. So notice she has a good wide stance between her front leg and back leg, and she's letting that back knee come about an inch above the ground, really getting deep in that, stretching those glutes out. We're gonna go for a total of 12 reps on each leg. So as soon as she's done with 12, she's gonna switch legs and she's gonna knock out 12 on the other side. Here's her working the other side. I like this angle because you can really see the depth in the knee. One of the things I want to point out is focusing on your ankle mobility. Look how she has her back foot on her toes and she's really bending that knee down and using her ankle mobility to allow that front leg to get deeper and stretch those glutes. That is very important, guys. So practice that, and that's going to make a huge difference in your split lunges. Now set number 2, we added 15 pounds to each side. I want you guys to increase the weight each set. You don't have to do the same weight we added, but use something that is going to challenge yourself a little bit more. Even if your form starts to deteriorate a little bit, long as you got the key basics down, it is okay. This is what your body needs. You need to get comfortable being uncomfortable, pushing your body a little bit more. Now we got set number 3. Look, we added 10 more plates, and you can see she can't get that knee as far. However, this is going to help her build strength, so in her future lift, she's able to do this same weight much easier. So we're pushing the envelope. Now exercise number 2, we're going to do these glute range stiff leg deadlift. Notice that she's stopping right below her knees, pushing her hips back, not going too low. Because if we go even lower, then we're going to be working the hamstrings, and we want to focus on the glutes. So you want to push those hips back, keep that back flat so you feel that stretch in the glutes, and that's all you need. Now set number 2, we only did 3 sets of this exercise, and we increased the weight for this set as well. She's now using 50-pound dumbbells, still maintaining pretty good form. Notice that she's also keeping her chin tucked. That's a good key. A lot of you ladies like to look up at the mirror, throwing your back off. You want to make sure that back stays flat. And we're going to keep this same weight for the next set because she's kind of struggling, but she's keeping good form. Now we're getting into the thick of things. So I want to explain why we got those plates underneath the barbell, because the hip thrust can produce some quad activation. So what we want to do is limit that by decreasing the range of motion so only the glutes are working here. So we're going to do 10 reps where she comes down to the plate and pushes up. After those 10 reps are done, she's going to do 10 pulses. Look, she's only coming a quarter of the way and going up. So it's 20 reps in total, 10 full range, 10 pulses, and we're going to do this for 3 sets. Now guys, this woman's glutes are murdered at this point, so we want to let go of the super heavy lifting and go for something a little bit more volume based. So we got these cable hip abductions. Pay attention to her foot placement now. She has her front foot a little forward and she's bringing her back leg a little behind that, which is going to help target the upper outer glute. This is more of the gluteus medius, and we're going to go for 20 reps for a total of 3 sets. Now here's an even better view of that foot placement. She's holding on to something so she can stabilize herself. That right stabilizing leg is forward while the left leg is coming back behind it. Now, as I said, guys, we pretty much fired these glutes up, so we're going to finish off with more volume-based exercises. So now we're going to go into these banded hip abductions. Now, as you see, a couple things here. She has the band right above her knees, and she's making sure she's coming all the way out. She's getting a really good range of motion. I'm using these Better Booty premium bands. I do have them available on my website soon, not yet, soon. But when they do come out, you guys have to grab them because they are very effective for making sure you get full range of motion. Now, after she does those fire hydrants, she's going to go into these donkey kickbacks, keeping that knee bent. Look, she's using a very rotational movement. And then she's going to go back to the other side, and we're going to do 15 pulses. This means she's only going to come a quarter of the way down. Glutes are on fire, as you see. She's struggling, but that's what we want. And then she's going to go back to the donkey kickback for 15 pulses. I'm going to walk you guys through this entire thing one more time, so make sure you do it appropriately, because if done right, your glutes will be murdered. I promise you that. This one is killer. So here we go. She's got 15. Now knocking out the other side. 15 reps here, all the way out to the side. Good. Keeping that band up. She's struggling a little bit. I want you guys to see the struggle, so you know that it's not just for a fancy YouTube video. This is real life training here. This is really what it looks like. You know, it burns. So as soon as she's done with those 15, she's immediately going to go back and do those donkey kickbacks, keeping that knee bent. It's very important here. You want to make sure that you decrease quads. If you fully extend that leg, you're going to increase quad activation. So we want to keep that knee bent. You see how she's keeping it bent and rotating, coming all the way up. 15 reps. Soon as that 15th rep is done, I'm going to walk you through it. Here we go. Doing a killer job here. And now we're going to go back to the fire hydrants for 15 pulses. Here we go. Just pulsing it out, not coming all the way in, keeping it at the outskirts of the motion. As you see, as she gets a little tired, she kind of comes in more than she should, but overall maintaining pretty good form here. There you go. Keep it all the way out to the side. That's the way to do it. Fire. Now, as soon as she's done with that, she's going to go back over to the donkey kickbacks. And when we do that, guys, when she finishes these pulses here, this all accounts for 1 set. And we're going to do 3 of these. Yes, we're doing 3. And I know it's going to burn. I know it's going to be tough, but your body can take it. Keep in mind that your physical threshold is much higher than your mental. All right, guys, we got another killer workout in the books. But before I say anything else, one thing I want to embed in your brain, I want you guys to remember this. Trust the process. It is so important. It is not going to happen overnight. So understand that even though you beat yourself up in the gym or at home or wherever you train at, you got to continue to do that. And you have to trust that you're going to get the results. Now, a couple of things before I sign off of this channel. Eat, ladies, eat. All that working out means nothing. It doesn't mean shit if you do not feed your body the fuel it needs to grow. So make sure that you are at least in a 500 calorie surplus. That means whatever your maintenance calories are, use a 500 calories above that. If you want to know what your calories should be, click the link in my description, use my macro calculator, and you can kind of get a ballpark figure of where you should be. Now, guys, make sure you click and subscribe to this channel, please. And make sure you like the video as well. The more people who like it, the more it spreads to others, so other women or men can get the same help that you're getting from this channel. And I would greatly appreciate it. Love you all, and stay tuned for the next episode. Peace.